Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Doozy. I've been getting questions on Discord, and I figured this could be a good time to drop in here real quick and talk about it. This video is kind of inspired by the weekly slap, so let me know if you guys like this and I can do more. Okay, here's the question. Should I move out? After seeing your videos, I have thought about moving out of my parents' place. I am 20 years old, scared of change, and I feel like I should spend some time away from people. Should I do it? Yo, thank you for your question. Early 20s can be a weird time because you feel like you're not a kid anymore, but you're not exactly a full-grown adult either. I'm gonna assume that you and your parents have a solid relationship since you don't mention a bad situation at home. And at 20 years old, at least where I'm from, that usually means you've been out of high school for a while. So you're either in college or barely starting a career and trying to understand where you should go next. If you're anything like me, I'm gonna guess that you're starting to feel a little restless. You're starting to understand your trajectory, your path, and you might not be happy with where you're headed. When I was in my early 20s, I felt that way. I felt like I was getting older, but I wasn't getting anywhere. I was headed towards a dead end, and I knew something needed to change, but I didn't know what that was. I felt like I needed to do something drastic, something that would force me to change. And in my case, I wasn't thinking about moving out. My idea was to go on a break with my long-term girlfriend at the time. It's funny because I'm not the only guy who comes up with this idea. But in my experience, I was dead wrong. My mind at the time was telling me that she was holding me back, like I was using her as a crutch to avoid stepping out of my comfort zone. So I figured if I let her go, then maybe I'll finally grow up. I thought pulling something like that would kick off my hero's journey, or whatever. But the truth is, that wasn't right at all. Everything I wanted to do during that time of finding myself, I could have done while still being together with her. I realized that she was never really my crutch. I just didn't want to walk on my own. The problem wasn't her, it was me. And I didn't want to own up to the fact that I was the issue. So I started blaming the people around me instead. So I bring all that up to say, don't mistake a big external change for internal growth, because that's what I did. And it cost me time away from somebody that I loved. And that's what I think that you really need to sit with. If you're serious about moving out, you should ask yourself, what exactly are you hoping that it'll solve? Are you trying to create space to grow, or are you avoiding something within yourself that you're not happy with? Are you running towards something, or are you running away from something? Moving out can be an amazing step, but it's also expensive, stressful, and it's not always the fresh start that people imagine. You might be swapping one set of challenges out for another. So before you make a decision, get clear on this. What do you want from the space? What do you think is holding you back right now? And are those challenges you're facing really about your environment, or are they about your own internal fear and resistance? Moving out sounds exciting, and it can be, but it comes with real consequences that stick with you for a long time. And your early 20s are critical for setting you up for the rest of your life. If you've taken the time to reflect and realize that the growth you're chasing can happen right where you are, that's good. That's not settling. That's wisdom. Don't get so attracted to the idea of a transformation arc that you forget why you're trying to change in the first place. Sometimes we forget that even in the stories, the real turning point for the hero is internal. And when you're ready, when you're really ready, moving out won't be what causes the change. It'll be what happens because of it. Cool? Later.